Welcome once again to our channel. Today we are going to be discussing some of the NNPC Aptitude Test questions that are valuable for you to preview. So for instance, we have this question. Right before us. How can we tackle this kind of question, right? So this question is very simple. We have below our numbers 90 to 99 prime numbers. What is the 100 prime numbers? So we have given these and these to be prime numbers. So what will be the last prime numbers? Are we together? So I think 5. When you talk about prime numbers, you're talking about, so we have 523. Then the next one is going to be 527 by the definition of prime numbers, right? What are prime numbers? So prime numbers are those numbers that are divisible by itself and 1. So if you look at this number is divisible by itself and 1. Great. So we have the next one is if 3 all over p is equal to 6 and 3 all over q is equal to 15, then what is p minus q? Now this particular question should be very, very simple, right? So we have 3p, right? So we have 3 upon p is equal to 6, and also you have, similarly you have, right, 3 all over q is equal to 15. Very good. So what is p minus q? The best thing you do here, by elementary mathematics, you just cross multiply. This is all over 1, this is all over 1, you just cross multiply. So we have 3 is equal to p6. When you cross multiply, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, p multiplied by 6 is p6 or 6p. Then here you have 3 is equal to, you can say 15 q, right? So by so doing, here we can divide both sides by 6. So we have 3 all over 6 is equal to 6p all over 6. So this we go, you're left with 1 all over 6 is equal to p, because 3 here 1, then 3 into 6 will be 2, right? We just have 2 there. Why in this case we have 3 upon 15 should be equal to q. That's if you divide both sides by 15, right? If you divide both sides by 15. So that's that about that. So you are asked what is p minus q. So p minus q will be technically, p minus q will just be 1 over 2, then minus, here 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 15 I think should be 5. So here you have 1 all over 5, right? So here you are left with, you can find the LCM to be 10. 2 into 10 is 5, 5 times 1 is 5, minus 5 into 10 likely should give us 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. So this will give us 3 over 10, and as simple as that. So now we'll go to the next one. The next one somehow similar. So I'm treating question that can take you less than any minute and you're done. So you go to the difficult ones. So we have this 13. So we have this guy here all over here. Let me use this. And we have 13 is equal to 13w upon 1 minus w, right? Then what is 2w? So the best thing to do here is to get the value of w. So we can cross multiply. We have 13 into 1 minus w, right, is equal to 13W, right? So what can you see? You can multiply both sides, but you can multiply through by 13. So we have 13 minus 13W should be equal to, on this other side we should be able to get 13. Are we right? 13W also. So what can you see about this? If this is this, then technically we just have 13. So we have 13 here is equal to 13W. This is going to go over the equality sign, then it's going to be plus 13W, right? So we have 13W is equal to, you can add them together, this should be 26W. So you can now divide both sides by 13. Divide both sides by 13. So 13 here by 26 rather, right? I should divide by 26, not 13. So here should be 26 because I want to get the value of W. So it's very pretty, very simple. So I'll divide both sides by 26. So it's 26 here, 13 into 36 should give us 2. So I think this should be the answer. Good. So we go strictly to the next one. Next one we have this guy, and we have this guy, right? So Amaka bought a bike for 20 naira and gave the bike dealer a change for 13 naira to pay for it. The bike dealer persuaded the shop to change the check for him, right? Okay. Now having received 10, she got back 10. So rode off with the bike, was not seen later. The check was found to be valueless and the bike dealer had to refund the shop owner. Then the bike dealer had bought the bike for 10. How much did he lose? So first of all, bought a car for 20 and gave the bike dealer a check of 30, paid for it. The bike dealer persuaded to change the check for him, and so technically you can see that this person actually lost a whole lot of money, right? The bike dealer bought the bike for 10, right? He bought the bike for 10, right? He bought the bike for 10, and then he was actually given a check of 30, which was valueless, so this value does not apply. Then bought a bike for it and gave the dealer change of this. So we can say technically he gave her this change, right, and sold the bike for this amount. So how much did he lose? So technically this change plus the amount he gave the bike dealer, I think that's the amount he lost, right? The change he gave her and then the money the bike dealer bought the bike for. So technically that's the amount he lost. So you can cross check that. If you have any question, you can put it down in the comment section. Now technically if you want to get more insight to this kind of question, it's pretty simple. You can do this in less than 1 second. So what is this one now? What is P union Q? Now if you look down in our channel, we have so many videos that has great explanation of union, intersection and the rest, but this is very clear. Union simply means repeat all the elements together without repetition. So repeat all the elements that are in both sets without repetition. So technically the union is just going to be A, then we have E is in both, I, remember without repetition, O, then U. right? So this is this. So the answer I think should be this guy. So technically this is what you have. Then let's see if we have another question. Okay. Let's be fast about this. So this question is rather technical also, right? So we have that you should just she prefers 16 to 17, 400 to 410, 401, 100 to which number will she prefer among these numbers? So technically it's aptitude test. You just have to analyze them. So this actually is a perfect square. When we say perfect square, we can have it as 4 square, which is 16, or you can say you can take the square root of 16, right? You can't do that for this. 400, you can actually take 400 square root. I think should be 20, right? Or you can take the square root of 400, the perfect square. Then similarly for 10, this is 10 square, right? It should be 100, and you can actually take the square root of 100. So in this case, we can't do that for this, we can't do that for this, but we can do it for this guy. So we can take the square root of 225. We can actually, if you check your calculator, if you check the calculator, let me bring it over here. You can take the square root of what? 225, right? I can take the square root. You see, it's 15. So in this case, I think our answer is going to be what? Our answer is just going to be this guy here, because this can be 15 squared and it is just 15. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and wait for amazing videos on this particular channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thanks.